The deep space research vessel glided silently through the star-speckled void, its advanced camouflage systems rendering it nearly invisible against the cosmic backdrop. Chief Researcher Xil blinked her translucent secondary eyelids, focusing intently on the holographic displays that surrounded her observation deck. Earth hung before them like a blue-green jewel suspended in the infinite darkness. Centuries of long-range observations and intercepted communications had prepared the research team for this moment, yet nothing could have truly readied them for the complexity they were about to encounter. Initial scans began to paint a remarkable picture. The planet's surface erupted with intricate networks of light, cities that pulsed with electromagnetic energy, satellite constellations weaving invisible patterns around the planetary sphere, and communication systems that blanketed the entire world in a web of interconnected intelligence. Preliminary atmospheric composition confirmed, announced Krell, the team's environmental specialist. His voice carried a mixture of professional detachment and barely concealed excitement. Nitrogen-oxygen atmosphere, moderate carbon dioxide levels, complex biochemical signatures indicating advanced ecosystem interaction. Xil leaned forward, her manipulative appendages moving across the holographic interface with practiced precision. Layers of data began to unfurl before her: geological surveys, atmospheric compositions, electromagnetic signatures, and fragments of intercepted communications. What made Earth different from the hundreds of developing civilizations they had observed was its raw, unpredictable energy. Most emerging technological societies followed predictable patterns: gradual technological development, careful expansion, measured social evolution. But Earth defied every established model of planetary development. "Look at their communication networks," whispered Mora, the youngest researcher on the team. Her visualization tool highlighted the planet's digital infrastructure, a chaotic, beautiful mess of interconnected systems that seemed to defy traditional organizational principles. Global positioning networks intertwined with communication satellites. Private networks competed and collaborated with public systems. Information flowed like a living, breathing entity, crossing borders, languages, and cultural boundaries with remarkable fluidity. The research vessel maintained a careful distance, using advanced quantum displacement camouflage that rendered them effectively invisible to human detection technologies. Yet even their most sophisticated screening systems struggled to make complete sense of the planet below. Preliminary cultural analysis is complicated, Krell continued, scrolling through massive data streams. Multiple linguistic systems, rapidly changing social structures, technological development that appears to accelerate exponentially during periods of significant challenge. Xil studied a visualization of human technological progression. Unlike the steady, predictable advancement of most species they had encountered, human development looked like an erratic lightning bolt, sudden bursts of innovation followed by periods of apparent stagnation, then explosive growth. Their energy systems were particularly fascinating. Primitive fossil fuel technologies existed alongside emerging renewable systems. Nuclear technologies developed for destructive purposes were being reimagined as potential solutions to global energy challenges. Each technological limitation seemed to spark multiple innovative responses. Their space exploration efforts are particularly intriguing, Mora observed, highlighting various mission trajectories. Robotic probes had already ventured beyond their planetary system, sending back data that suggested a species driven by an insatiable curiosity. Communication intercepts revealed something even more complex. These were not simply technological transmissions, but layers of cultural expression. Scientific discussions intertwined with artistic representations. Technical problem-solving appeared alongside philosophical debates about the nature of existence. Xil recognized they were observing something unprecedented. Most developing civilizations presented relatively uniform characteristics. Technological progression followed predictable paths. Social structures maintained consistent hierarchies. Communication systems developed with clear, linear logic. Earth was different. Wonderfully, terrifyingly different. "We need a more comprehensive analysis," Sil declared, her voice calm, but charged with an emotion rarely experienced by her species, genuine intellectual excitement. The research team had approached this mission with centuries of established protocols. Observe, categorize, assess, recommend. But Earth was already challenging every single one of those established procedures. As solar winds drifted across the research vessel's quantum-shielded hull, the team prepared for a deeper investigation. They were about to uncover a civilization that would redefine everything they understood about technological and social development. Humanity was waiting to be understood, and they had no idea how profoundly they were about to change everything. The research vessel's central data core hummed with activity as the team began their comprehensive analysis of human historical records. Sil watched intently as holographic displays cascaded with fragments of human history, a tapestry more complex than any civilization they had ever studied. Krell's specialized data filters began sorting through millennia of human documentation, historical archives, cultural repositories, scientific records, and personal accounts merged into a breathtaking mosaic of survival and innovation. "This is extraordinary," Krell muttered, his communication tendrils quivering with excitement. "Their historical progression defies all standard developmental models. The earliest human records reveal the species constantly battling environmental challenges. Stone Age communities developed intricate survival strategies, transforming limited resources into sophisticated tools. Where other species might have succumbed to harsh conditions, humans adapted, innovated, and persevered." Agricultural development told a particularly fascinating story. Unlike the controlled, predictable agricultural systems of most advanced civilizations, human farming was a dynamic process of constant adaptation. They transformed landscapes, developed complex irrigation systems, and created agricultural technologies that turned marginal lands into productive ecosystems. Mora focused on technological progression, her analysis tools highlighting key developmental periods. Each technological leap seemed to emerge from seemingly insurmountable challenges. Economic limitations sparked innovative financial systems. Resource scarcity drove technological breakthroughs in efficiency and sustainability. "Look at their response to global challenges," she announced, projecting a timeline of human innovation. Pandemics triggered unprecedented medical research. Environmental threats accelerated sustainable technology development. Economic constraints led to entirely new economic models. The most surprising element was human resilience. Historical records showed a species that transformed every setback into an opportunity for growth. Wars led to medical innovations. Economic depressions sparked technological revolutions. Each global challenge became a catalyst for collective problem-solving. Communication technologies provided a particularly remarkable narrative. From simple written language to global digital networks, humans developed communication systems that transcended physical and cultural boundaries. What began as localized communication methods evolved into a planetary information ecosystem. Sil observed how humans processed historical information. Unlike many species that maintained rigid historical narratives, humans continuously re-examined their past. Historical research was not about preserving a single perspective, but understanding complex, multifaceted experiences. Their approach to knowledge was fundamentally different from any civilization in the research team's database. Where most species developed specialized knowledge systems, humans excelled at cross-disciplinary understanding. Scientific discoveries intertwined with artistic expression. Technological innovations emerged from philosophical discussions. Cultural diversity became another point of fascination. Instead of viewing differences as challenges, humans seemed to transform cultural variations into sources of strength. Multiple languages, belief systems, and social structures coexisted, creating a dynamic global ecosystem of ideas. Their educational systems are particularly unique, Krell noted, displaying visualizations of human learning processes. Education was not a linear transfer of information, but a dynamic interaction. Learning methodologies constantly evolved, adapting to technological and social changes. The research team discovered something profound. Human progress was not a straight line but a complex network of interconnected innovations. Each technological or social breakthrough emerged from multiple, often unexpected sources. Space exploration records provided another layer of wonder. Unlike most developing civilizations that approached space cautiously, humans demonstrated an almost compulsive curiosity. Limited resources and significant challenges did not deter their exploratory spirit. Instead, those limitations became fuel for innovative solutions. Economic systems revealed similar complexity. Traditional economic models suggested that resource limitations would lead to conflict, yet humans developed increasingly sophisticated collaborative economic frameworks. Competitive systems coexisted with cooperative models, creating dynamic economic ecosystems. They treat challenges as opportunities. Moore observed, her analysis tools highlighting human problem-solving patterns. Where most species see limitations, they see potential for innovation. The most unexpected discovery was human capacity for empathy and collective action. Historical records showed repeated instances of global cooperation. Environmental challenges, health crises, and economic disruptions consistently triggered remarkable collaborative responses. As the data streams continued to flow, the research team realized they were witnessing something unprecedented. Humanity was not just a developing civilization. They were a dynamic, adaptive system of collective intelligence. Zill felt something rare for her species, a sense of genuine intellectual excitement. The more they discovered, the more complex and fascinating humans became. We are going to need to completely rewrite our understanding of technological development, Zill declared, her voice a mixture of professional calm and barely contained amazement. Humanity was not just a species to be studied. They were a profound mystery waiting to be understood. The research vessel's analysis chamber transformed into a complex visualization space, mapping human technological development across multiple dimensions. What began as a standard technological assessment quickly evolved into something far more remarkable. Krull's specialized scanning systems parsed through layers of technological data, his sensory appendages trembling with increasing excitement. Their technological progression is unlike anything in our database, he announced, projection systems lighting up with intricate diagrams of human innovation. The most striking characteristic was human technology's adaptive nature. Where most developing civilizations followed linear technological paths, human innovation resembled a complex, interconnected neural network. Each technological breakthrough seemed to emerge from unexpected intersections of knowledge, discipline, and creative problem-solving. Medical technologies provided a perfect example of this extraordinary approach. Humans transformed technologies originally developed for entirely different purposes into life-saving medical innovations. Military research produced advanced prosthetic technologies. Space exploration techniques led to breakthroughs in medical imaging. Communication systems enabled global medical collaboration that transcended previous limitations. Energy systems demonstrated similar complexity. Humans simultaneously developed multiple energy solutions, each addressing different environmental and economic challenges. Fossil fuel technologies existed alongside renewable energy systems. Nuclear power, once viewed as a potential threat, was being reimagined as a sustainable energy solution. Solar, wind, and emerging fusion technologies competed and collaborated in a dynamic technological ecosystem. Look at their approach to computational systems, Moore observed, her analysis tools highlighting the evolution of human digital technologies. What began as simple calculating machines rapidly transformed into complex global communication networks. Each technological limitation became an opportunity for innovative solutions. Communication technologies particularly fascinated the research team. Humans developed systems that continuously broke down barriers, linguistic, cultural, geographical. What started as localized communication methods evolved into a planetary information network that processed billions of interactions simultaneously. The team discovered something profound about human technological development. Unlike most species that approach technology with careful, measured progression, humans seem to view technological challenges as opportunities for radical reimagination. Agricultural technologies showcase this approach brilliantly. Facing global food production challenges, humans developed precision farming techniques, vertical agriculture, genetic crop improvements, and sustainable farming methods. Each technological solution addressed multiple interconnected challenges: food production, environmental sustainability, economic efficiency. Transportation technologies told a similar story of innovative problem-solving. From primitive wheeled vehicles to advanced electric and autonomous transportation systems, humans continuously reimagined mobility. Environmental challenges drove innovations in electric vehicles. Urban design challenges sparked developments in public transportation systems. Their technological approach is fundamentally different. Sill noted, studying the complex visualization of human innovation. Most species develop technologies through careful, linear progression. Humans seem to innovate through a combination of creativity, necessity, and collective problem-solving. Materials science revealed another layer of human ingenuity. Humans developed technologies that transformed waste into resources. Recycling systems became sophisticated material production methods. Advanced composites emerged from seemingly impossible combinations of materials. Space exploration technologies demonstrated their most remarkable innovative capacity. With limited resources and significant technological challenges, humans developed sophisticated exploration technologies. Robotic missions, advanced telescopes, and emerging interplanetary exploration systems showcased a species driven by an almost compulsive curiosity. Computational technologies provided perhaps the most stunning example of human innovative potential. What began as simple calculation machines rapidly transformed into global communication and information processing networks. Artificial intelligence technologies emerged not from a single linear path, but from complex interdisciplinary research. They treat technological limitations as challenges to be overcome, Krell observed, his analysis systems struggling to categorize human technological development. Each barrier becomes an opportunity for innovation. The research team realized they were observing something unprecedented. Human technology was not just a set of tools, but a dynamic, adaptive system of collective problem-solving. Each technological breakthrough emerged from complex interactions between scientific research, economic needs, environmental challenges, and creative imagination. As the visualization systems continued to unfold, the team's understanding of technological development was fundamentally challenged. Humans were not just developing technologies. They were creating entire ecosystems of innovation that continuously transformed themselves. Thiel felt a rare surge of intellectual excitement. We are going to need to completely reimagine our understanding of technological progression, she declared, her voice a mixture of professional calm and barely contained amazement. Humanity's technological journey was not just a story of innovation. It was a profound testament to a species' capacity for continuous reinvention. The research vessel's psychological analysis chamber transformed into a complex neural mapping environment. Holographic projections danced with intricate patterns representing human psychological profiles, revealing a level of complexity that defied all previous synapsological models. Mora leaned forward, her sensory appendages carefully manipulating the projection systems. Their psychological structure is not a simple linear system, she announced, her voice a mixture of professional detachment and genuine wonder. It's more like a dynamic, constantly reconfiguring ecosystem of thought and emotion. Human psychological records presented a fascinating paradox. Unlike most species with relatively stable emotional and cognitive patterns, humans demonstrated an extraordinary capacity for simultaneous contradiction. They could experience profound empathy and remarkable competitive drive. They could construct systems of incredible logical precision, while simultaneously embracing artistic and emotional expressions. The team's psychological analysis tools struggled to categorize human emotional responses. Typical synapsological models suggested that emotional complexity would lead to societal instability. Yet humans transformed their emotional diversity into a source of collective strength. Cultural diversity became a key to understanding their psychological adaptability. Where most species viewed differences as potential sources of conflict, humans developed increasingly sophisticated methods of cross-cultural understanding. Educational systems, communication technologies, and social structures continuously evolved to bridge psychological and cultural differences. Look at their approach to emotional processing, Krell observed, highlighting visualization systems that tracked human emotional responses across various challenging scenarios. Humans did not simply react to challenges. They developed complex psychological frameworks for understanding, processing, and transforming emotional experiences. Conflict resolution mechanisms provided a particularly fascinating study. Most species developed rigid conflict management systems. Humans created dynamic, adaptive approaches that transformed potential conflicts into opportunities for mutual understanding. Diplomatic negotiations, legal systems, and social interactions became complex dance of psychological adaptation. The research team discovered something profound about human psychological development. Emotional and cognitive challenges were not viewed as obstacles, but as opportunities for personal and collective growth. Educational systems emphasized not just information transfer, but psychological flexibility and adaptive thinking. Psychological resilience emerged as a defining characteristic. Humans consistently demonstrated an ability to recover from significant psychological and social challenges. Traumatic experiences did not lead to societal breakdown, but often triggered collective healing and innovative problem-solving approaches. Their psychological complexity is their greatest survival mechanism. Phil noted, studying the intricate projections. Most species developed specialized psychological responses. Humans created entire ecosystems of psychological adaptation. Mental health approaches revealed another layer of psychological sophistication. Rather than treating psychological challenges as individual problems, humans developed increasingly complex collective support systems. Scientific research, therapeutic approaches, and social support mechanisms continuously evolved. The team's analysis revealed a species that did not simply experience emotions, but actively worked to understand and transform emotional experiences. Artistic expression, philosophical exploration, and scientific research became interconnected methods of psychological processing. Creativity emerged as a fundamental psychological mechanism. Humans did not just solve problems. They reimagined entire systems of understanding. Artistic expression, scientific research, and social innovation became dynamic methods of psychological exploration. Empathy systems provided perhaps the most surprising discovery. Humans developed increasingly sophisticated mechanisms for understanding experiences beyond their immediate individual perspective. Educational systems, communication technologies, and social structures continuously expanded empathetic capacities. They treat psychological limitations as opportunities for growth. Moore observed, her analysis tools struggling to capture the full complexity of human psychological adaptation. Each emotional or cognitive challenge became a potential pathway for collective understanding. The research team realized they were observing something unprecedented. Human psychology was not a fixed system, but a dynamic, adaptive network of collective intelligence. Emotional experiences, cognitive processes, and social interactions merged into a complex ecosystem of continuous adaptation. Social structures revealed the depth of this psychological complexity. Humans developed increasingly sophisticated methods of collective decision-making. Democratic systems, scientific research approaches, and social innovation mechanisms demonstrated a profound capacity for psychological flexibility. As the visualization systems continued to unfold, the team's understanding of psychological development was fundamentally challenged. Humans were not just processing emotions and experiences. They were creating entire ecosystems of psychological adaptation. Zill felt a rare surge of intellectual excitement. We are going to need to completely reimagine our understanding of psychological development, she declared, her voice a mixture of professional calm and barely contained amazement. Humanity's psychological journey was not just a story of survival. It was a profound testament to a species' capacity for continuous psychological reinvention. The research vessel's deep space observation systems focused intently on humanity's nascent space exploration efforts. What began as a routine technological assessment quickly transformed into something far more profound. Krull's specialized scanning systems began mapping human space exploration trajectories, his sensory appendages trembling with increasing excitement. Their approach to space exploration is fundamentally different from any civilization we've encountered, he announced, projection systems lighting up with intricate mission diagrams. Early space probes told a remarkable story of human curiosity. Unlike most developing civilizations that approached space exploration cautiously, humans launched missions that demonstrated an almost compulsive drive to understand the unknown. Limited resources did not constrain their ambition. Instead, those constraints became fuel for innovative solutions. The team studied each mission with increasing fascination. Robotic explorers ventured into the solar system with increasingly sophisticated capabilities. Mars rovers transformed planetary exploration, collecting data with unprecedented precision. Interplanetary probes pushed the boundaries of human technological capabilities. Look at their mission design, Moore observed, her analysis tools highlighting the evolution of space exploration technologies. Each mission represented more than a technological achievement. They were complex problem-solving exercises that pushed the boundaries of human innovation. Satellite networks provided another layer of wonder. Humans had transformed near-planetary space into a complex ecosystem of communication, observation, and scientific research. Weather monitoring systems, global positioning technologies, and communication networks merged into a sophisticated planetary observation system. The most surprising element was human space exploration philosophy. Most developing civilizations approached space as a potential resource or strategic territory. Humans seemed driven by something more profound, an almost philosophical curiosity about their place in the universe. International collaboration emerged as a key characteristic of their space exploration efforts. Despite political differences on their home planet, space missions demonstrated remarkable cooperative capabilities. Scientific research transcended national boundaries, creating a global approach to space exploration. Emerging interplanetary exploration technologies showcased human innovative potential. With limited resources and significant technological challenges, they developed increasingly sophisticated exploration methods. Reusable rocket technologies, advanced propulsion research, and ambitious mission designs revealed a species unwilling to be constrained by current technological limitations. They treat technological barriers as challenges to be overcome. Sill noted, studying the complex visualization of human space exploration efforts. Each mission represented not just a technological achievement, but a collective human endeavor to expand understanding. Deep space communication technologies provided another fascinating study. Humans developed increasingly sophisticated methods of sending and receiving signals across vast cosmic distances. Radio telescopes, deep space communication networks, and advanced signal processing technologies demonstrated a species reaching beyond their immediate planetary boundaries. The research team discovered something profound about human space exploration. It was not simply about technological achievement. Each mission represented a collective human effort to understand their place in the universe. Scientific research, technological innovation, and philosophical exploration merged into a complex approach to space discovery. Planetary defense technologies revealed another layer of human innovative potential. Unlike most species that viewed potential cosmic threats passively, humans developed increasingly sophisticated methods of planetary protection. Asteroid tracking systems, advanced observation technologies, and emerging planetary defense concepts showcased a species preparing for potential cosmic challenges. Theoretical space exploration research demonstrated remarkable creativity. Humans did not just develop current technologies. They continuously imagined future exploration possibilities. Advanced propulsion research, theoretical interstellar mission designs, and speculative space habitation concepts revealed a species unwilling to be constrained by current technological limitations. "Look at their long-term mission planning," Krell observed, his analysis systems struggling to categorize human space exploration approaches. Each mission represented not just a technological achievement, but a step toward a broader vision of cosmic exploration. Commercial space exploration added another fascinating dimension. Private companies worked alongside government research institutions, creating a dynamic ecosystem of space exploration technologies. Competition and collaboration merged into a complex approach to cosmic discovery. As the visualization systems continued to unfold, the team's understanding of space exploration was fundamentally challenged. Humans were not just exploring space. They were creating entire ecosystems of cosmic discovery that continuously transformed themselves. Zil felt a rare surge of intellectual excitement. "We are going to need to completely reimagine our understanding of technological exploration," she declared, her voice a mixture of professional calm and barely contained amazement. Humanity's space exploration journey was not just a story of technological achievement. It was a profound testament to a species' capacity for continuous cosmic reimagination. The research vessel's communication systems began to vibrate with an unexpected resonance. Human detection systems had identified their presence, triggering a sequence of events that none of the research team had anticipated. "Incoming communication signal," Krell announced, his sensory appendages moving with practiced precision across the communication interface. "They've detected our presence, but the response is unusual." Most species would have responded with immediate defensive protocols. Panic, aggression, attempts at isolation or preemptive defensive measures. Humans did something entirely different. The initial communication was a carefully crafted diplomatic approach. Multiple language systems were simultaneously employed. Scientific research protocols merged with diplomatic communication strategies. Each transmission layer revealed a complex approach to first contact that defied all established xenological interaction models. Zil studied the incoming transmissions with increasing fascination. Human communication systems demonstrated an extraordinary balance of caution and openness. Scientific curiosity intertwined with diplomatic sensitivity. Each message layer contained multiple levels of potential meaning. "They're attempting to establish communication protocols," Moore observed, her analysis systems working overtime to decode the intricate message structures. "But they're doing so in a way that's fundamentally different from any first contact scenario in our database." The human approach revealed multiple fascinating characteristics. Instead of viewing the unknown as a potential threat, they demonstrated a remarkable capacity for curiosity. Communication attempts balanced scientific research protocols with diplomatic sensitivity. Each transmission suggested a species preparing for potential cosmic interaction while maintaining a careful, measured approach. Radio signals, digital communications, and emerging quantum communication technologies merged into a complex approach to potential interstellar dialogue. The research team realized they were witnessing something unprecedented, a species preparing for potential cosmic interaction with remarkable psychological sophistication. Diplomatic language systems proved particularly fascinating. Humans employed multiple communication strategies simultaneously. Scientific research terminology merged with diplomatic communication protocols. Each message contained layers of potential meaning, demonstrating an extraordinary capacity for nuanced communication. "They're not just attempting to communicate," Zil noted, studying the complex communication visualization. "They're creating an entire framework for potential interaction." The most surprising element was human emotional approach. Most species would display fear or aggressive defensive responses. Humans demonstrated a complex mix of scientific curiosity, careful caution, and genuine openness to potential cosmic interaction. Communication intercepts revealed sophisticated decision-making processes. Multiple governmental and scientific institutions collaborated in developing communication strategies. Each message represented a collective human effort to approach the unknown with careful consideration. Language translation systems became a particular point of fascination. Humans had developed increasingly sophisticated methods of cross-linguistic communication. Advanced translation technologies, cultural interpretation protocols, and complex communication systems demonstrated a species constantly working to bridge communication barriers. "Look at their approach to potential misunderstanding," Krell observed, highlighting the multiple layers of communication redundancy. Humans did not simply send messages. They created entire communication ecosystems designed to minimize potential misinterpretation. The research team discovered something profound about human communication approaches. Each transmission was not just an attempt to share information. It was a complex social and scientific interaction designed to establish mutual understanding. Diplomatic protocols merged with scientific research methodologies. Cultural sensitivity intertwined with technological communication strategies. Each message layer contained multiple potential interpretations, demonstrating an extraordinary capacity for nuanced interaction. As communication systems continued to evolve, the team's understanding of potential cosmic interaction was fundamentally challenged. Humans were not just attempting to communicate. They were creating entire frameworks for potential interstellar dialogue. Quantum communication research added another fascinating dimension. Humans developed increasingly sophisticated methods of information transmission that pushed the boundaries of current technological understanding. Each research breakthrough represented a step toward more complex communication possibilities. Sale felt a rare surge of intellectual excitement. "We are going to need to completely reimagine our understanding of first contact communication," she declared, her voice a mixture of professional calm and barely contained amazement. The unexpected encounter was not just a potential communication event. It was a profound demonstration of human capacity for complex, nuanced interaction with the unknown. The research vessel's central communication chamber transformed into a complex holographic interaction space. Preliminary communication exchanges had evolved into something far more profound, a genuine attempt at mutual understanding between two fundamentally different species. Human representatives approached the potential cosmic dialogue with a sophistication that continuously challenged the research team's expectations. Each communication layer revealed deeper levels of philosophical and scientific complexity. "They're not just sharing information," Moore observed, her analysis systems working to process the intricate communication patterns. "They're attempting to create a framework for mutual understanding that transcends traditional communication barriers." The humans shared their philosophical approach to existence in a way that defied conventional information exchange. Scientific research intertwined with cultural narratives. Technological achievements were contextualized within broader philosophical explorations of consciousness, progress, and cosmic potential. Zill studied the incoming transmissions with increasing fascination. Humans demonstrated an extraordinary capacity to contextualize their own existence. They did not present their civilization as a fixed entity, but as a continuous process of growth, challenge, and transformation. Historical narratives provided a particularly remarkable insight. Where most species maintained rigid historical interpretations, humans approached their own history as a dynamic, continuously re-examined journey. Each historical account contained multiple perspectives, acknowledging complexity and ongoing interpretation. "Look at how they process their own developmental challenges," Krell noted, highlighting visualizations of human societal evolution. Challenges were not viewed as failures, but as critical moments of collective learning and transformation. Scientific research approaches revealed another layer of profound complexity. Humans did not simply accumulate knowledge. They created entire ecosystems of understanding that continuously challenged existing theoretical frameworks. Each scientific breakthrough was simultaneously an achievement and an invitation to further exploration. The most surprising element was human capacity for self-reflection. They did not present themselves as a perfect civilization. Instead, they shared their challenges, limitations, and ongoing efforts at collective improvement with remarkable openness. Technological development was presented not as a linear progression, but as a complex network of collective problem-solving. Each innovation emerged from intricate interactions between scientific research, social challenges, and creative imagination. They treat their own development as an ongoing dialogue. Sill observed, studying the complex communication visualizations. Humans did not simply report their achievements. They invited deeper understanding by contextualizing their progress within broader philosophical and ethical frameworks. Cultural diversity emerged as a key philosophical approach. Where most species viewed differences as potential sources of conflict, humans developed increasingly sophisticated methods of understanding and celebrating diverse perspectives. Educational systems, communication technologies, and social structures continuously evolved to bridge cultural differences. Artistic expression provided another fascinating dimension of shared understanding. Humans did not separate scientific research from creative exploration. Art, science, philosophy, and technological innovation merged into a complex approach to understanding existence. The research team discovered something profound about human communication. Each transmission was not just an information exchange. It was an invitation to a deeper, more nuanced form of mutual understanding. Psychological resilience became a central theme of their shared dialogue. Humans did not simply describe their challenges. They shared how they developed collective mechanisms for addressing complex societal and individual challenges. Emerging philosophical approaches to cosmic exploration revealed another layer of wonder. Humans did not view space exploration as a territorial endeavor. They presented it as a collective human journey of discovery, understanding, and potential cosmic connection. They're creating an entire philosophy of existence that goes beyond their immediate planetary boundaries, Krell observed, his analysis systems struggling to categorize the complex communication patterns. As communication systems continue to evolve, the team's understanding of potential interspecies dialogue was fundamentally challenged. Humans were not just sharing information. They were creating entire frameworks for mutual understanding that transcended traditional communication barriers. Zill felt a rare surge of intellectual and emotional complexity. We are going to need to completely reimagine our understanding of cosmic communication and mutual understanding, she declared, her voice a mixture of professional calm and profound wonder. The shared understanding was not just a communication event. It was a profound demonstration of human capacity for complex, nuanced, and deeply philosophical approach to existence and potential cosmic interaction. The research vessel's central analysis chamber hummed with an energy unlike anything the team had experienced before. What began as a routine planetary study had transformed into a profound reassessment of everything they understood about intelligent life. Sill's final report would become a watershed moment in galactic research, challenging fundamental assumptions about technological and societal development. The team had discovered something far more significant than a developing civilization. They had encountered a potential evolutionary model for intelligent life. We are not looking at a species to be categorized, Thiel declared during the preliminary report preparation, but a dynamic system of collective potential that defies all existing sinological models. The research findings would send unprecedented waves through scientific and diplomatic communities across multiple star systems. Humans were not just another developing civilization to be studied from a distance. They represented a profound alternative approach to intelligent development. Technological progression emerged as a key distinguishing characteristic. Where most species develop technologies through careful, linear progression, humans created entire ecosystems of innovation. Each technological challenge became an opportunity for collective problem-solving that transcended traditional developmental models. Psychological adaptability provided another revolutionary insight. Humans did not simply react to challenges. They developed complex frameworks for transforming limitations into opportunities for growth. Their ability to simultaneously hold multiple perspectives, to learn from failures, and to continuously reimagine their collective potential defied conventional understanding. Communication approaches revealed perhaps the most profound discovery. Humans did not view information as a fixed resource to be controlled. They created dynamic systems of knowledge exchange that continuously evolved. Each communication attempt was an invitation to deeper mutual understanding. Their approach to existence is not about maintaining stability, Krell observed, reviewing the comprehensive research data. It's about continuous transformation and collective growth. Diplomatic recommendations would challenge every existing first contact protocol. Traditional approaches suggested careful isolation or controlled interaction with developing civilizations. The research team proposed something radical: active collaborative engagement. Space exploration philosophies demonstrated humanity's most remarkable potential. Unlike most developing species that approached cosmic exploration cautiously, humans seemed driven by an almost philosophical curiosity about their place in the universe. Each mission represented not just a technological achievement, but a collective human effort to expand understanding. The team's recommendations would propose establishing a new category of cosmic interaction. Humans would not be treated as a developing civilization to be managed, but as a potential collaborative partner in broader cosmic exploration. Cultural diversity emerged as another revolutionary concept. Where most species viewed differences as potential sources of conflict, humans developed increasingly sophisticated methods of understanding and celebrating diverse perspectives. Their social systems continuously evolved to bridge complex differences. Scientific research approaches provided another layer of wonder. Humans did not simply accumulate knowledge. They created entire ecosystems of understanding that continuously challenged existing theoretical frameworks. Each scientific breakthrough was simultaneously an achievement and an invitation to further exploration. We are witnessing a potential model of intelligent development that goes beyond traditional evolutionary models. Moore noted, her analysis systems working to contextualize the comprehensive research findings. The galactic research community would be forced to reconsider fundamental assumptions about technological and societal development. Humans demonstrated that limitation could be transformed into opportunity. Challenges became catalysts for collective growth. Psychological resilience became a central theme of the research recommendations. Humans did not simply survive challenges. They developed complex collective mechanisms for addressing societal and individual challenges that transformed limitations into sources of innovation. Phil's final report would become a landmark document. It proposed that humans represented more than a developing civilization. They were a potential evolutionary model for intelligent life, a species that transformed challenges into opportunities for collective growth. We are not just reporting a discovery, Phil declared during the final report preparation. We are presenting a fundamental reimagining of what intelligent development can represent. The research vessel prepared to transmit its findings, knowing that this report would change everything. Humanity was not just another species to be studied. They were a profound demonstration of collective potential, a beacon of possibility in the vast cosmic landscape. As communication systems prepared to transmit the groundbreaking report, the research team understood they had witnessed something extraordinary. They had discovered not just a civilization, but a profound alternative approach to existence itself.